First things first, let's cover the actual statute. Um, I would encourage all of you to dig into this statute itself on your own. You can easily find it via a simple Google search, and I'm sure you'll be able to locate it through some of your state-provided materials. But we at least wanted to be able to break it down for you here so we can talk about what it means. As you can imagine, state statutes are very lengthy, they're very wordy, they're obviously put together by brilliant legal minds, and there's a lot to unpack. But we wanted to at least get to kind of the meat and potatoes of what's inside the statute first. So effective October 1st, the statute, section 7143-805, is going to go into effect that will prohibit local governments, state agencies, and all three branches from allowing any adult content to be viewed on any network or device. The law also establishes a very clear deadline for government employees and officials to do three things. Number one, you're going to be asked to delete any adult content from all the government devices associated with your agency. Number two, you need to be able to respond to the reporting requirements for unauthorized viewings or attempted viewings of adult content. And number three, you need to be able to adopt policies governing the use of your networks and any associated devices. So that's a lot. More than likely, the first two questions you're asking is, oh my gosh, what am I going to have to do and who has to comply? Let's answer the second question first. Who must comply? Well, essentially everyone. All public agencies must comply. The statute is very widespread. It's kind of all-encompassing. This includes any state agency and office associated with any of the councils of state, boards, departments, divisions, constituent institutions, the entire University of North Carolina university system, all community colleges, any other units of government associated with the executive branch, the legislative branch. It includes all local governments as well, and all units of those local governments, public authorities, public school units, etc. To put it bluntly, pretty much everyone. So we would, again, encourage you to familiarize yourself with the statute. In our follow-up documentation from this webinar, we will send you some information that can point you towards the specifics within the statute. But again, we wanted to cover at a high level exactly who it's affecting and what that means. The second question that you're probably asking yourselves is, okay, what do I have to do? Well, the statute requires every public agency to adopt a policy that governs the use of its network, as well as the use of any devices that are owned or leased or maintained or even controlled by that public agency. And that has to be in place no later than January 1st. So they are giving you a bit of a grace period there. The law goes into effect on October, but the reporting and the compliance will start to be measured on January 1st of 2025. So all of these policies must delineate the disciplinary actions that will be taken in response to a policy violation. Now, the law does not, however, speak to what those disciplinary actions have to be, or what otherwise might be required in like particular terms. But again, those usage policies, you're going to want to review those as best you can. Now, many of you probably already have policies in place regarding the use of your networks and its devices. You probably already have, you might have even blocked some things that are existing. Those policies, even if you have them or not, they will need to be updated by January 1st to reflect these new prohibitions on allowing adult content to be viewed. And any exceptions to those prohibitions or disciplinary actions for those potential violations need to be in place by January 1st, because there are going to be reporting requirements on every agency to prove and demonstrate that they are in fact secure. So I just threw a whole lot of information at you about the policy, about the statute itself. So I think what we should do now is take a pause on the statute and let's actually take a look at the statute itself from a different vantage point.